Steve Domenico in the Room podcast with a big guest in the house. I have Chip, the surgeon, Lion Fight, World Cruiserweight defending champion, calling in on his take through this coronavirus outbreak, what he's been doing to stay busy, and the practical jokes he's been playing on people on social media since April Fool's was yesterday. So I had to call the surgeon and ask him about what's been going on. He's been having a lot of fun. So Chip, man, welcome to the show, bro. Pleasure to have you on, man. How's it going?
Oh man, thanks for having me as always. Always a pleasure. But yeah, man, just hanging out like everybody else, trying to just keep myself entertained.
Now, your last fight was in January, Hard Rocks Cafe. I think that might have been the last event at that hotel or that casino, right?
Yeah, it's getting it got bought by Virgin, I guess, like Virgin Mobile, Virgin Airlines, whatever it is. So yeah, not going to be the Hard Rock anymore. They're switching it over. So not sure when that's going to happen now, but yeah, that was the last event to take place.
And
so
that
was pretty cool.
that was in January. So that was just when this virus might have been surfacing or whatever. But you know, we didn't know anything about it. But as far as that experience in the Hard Rock and defending your title again, man, how was the experience? And you know, and how'd you feel this last fight?
I mean, just fighting in Vegas, like, especially being the main event in Vegas, like, at the Hard Rock. I mean, I came up watching all the old UFCs take place at the joint and everything like that. So now I'm the main event at the joint. Like, it's pretty crazy. And it's like everybody always wants to fight in Vegas. Whenever you start fighting, oh, shoot, I want to fight in Vegas someday. And it's like, hey, made it happen. So it was pretty dope. But at the end of the day, like I always say, it don't matter where the ring is set up. It could be in the backyard. It could be outside in LA, could be London, could be wherever. A fight's a fight, just another night in the office.
Well, you didn't have any scheduled fight coming up. You stayed busy through the years, defending your title multiple times. Had that fight in January. I know Lion Fight had another card scheduled where Put Him to Sleep Walker, Steve Walker, was supposed to, be on that card. They canceled. Dude, what are you thinking about this? And when it was first setting in and you seen, gym starting to close up and thinking it's only going to be for a week and all, what was going through your mind? Because you have your own clients, you train, you do personal training, stuff like that. What was going through your head and what were you thinking about all this?
Yeah, I mean, I teach classes down at Junico and Hyannis. I teach classes here in Plymouth at Boxing Strong, South Plymouth, and also I'm obviously up at Siyatong. So, I mean, it sucks. The only thing is that everybody's in the same boat, so it makes it like, all right, it's not just like one person going through it. Everybody's on the same page, doing the same thing. It's not like you can't feel like you're being lazy and somebody else is out there grinding. It's like, no, like nobody can really like do too much. I mean, you do stuff on your own and get your own work in, like doing whatever you can. If you got like weights at your house or banging out push-ups, or if you happen to have a heavy bag or something like that, or you want to beat up your sibling or something, that works. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like, as far as like getting sparring in and getting training, everything like that, it's like, oh, everybody's in the same boat. So it's not like it's like you just got to kind of deal with it and just wait it out pretty much.
Well, I know you have your own personal kind of gym in the dungeon. Is there a name of that? Like, what's it called down there?
So the underground was at my buddy Christo Calcanis's house. So that's down in Bourne. So he's down there still having fun and whatnot. So he gets spared my beatings for a while. But I got productive a little bit, and in my basement, like years back, we had that room set up as a little dojo, a little training area. But over the years, it's just been sitting there and cobwebs and all kinds of shit just being stored in there and whatnot. So I got productive, and I actually got it back up and running. So now I can put in a little bit of work myself here at home. And I got the old the Wave Master bag from back in the karate days. So I've been hitting that thing and whatnot, and kind of just trying to get my own little, keep the skills. I mean, my skills are always on point, but shoot, I could come out of this pandemic and take a fight without even being in shape. But still, You know what I'm saying? I can't go too long without kicking and punching things. Like, this is the longest I've gone without kicking somebody in like 10 years. So
uh, yeah, I mean, with the social distancing and all this other stuff, I mean, a lot of fighters, doing things on their own and stuff. Is there any new things you're developing? I mean, you've always been prevalent on social media doing, little, seminars and your own little, outtakes and stuff on techniques and stuff. Are you getting more busy on that, video and because like you said, you got to keep your instruction going for some of these dudes here that to keep them motivated. How are you working that all out?
Yeah, I did a few videos on Facebook. I went live a couple times. They did like three or four of them or something like that. Just breaking down little techniques and whatnot. Because I figured, I mean, even in like regular life, like when, a lot of people I know have interest in joining a gym and coming to train somewhere, but they might feel kind of self-conscious because like they don't know what they're doing, which you're not supposed to know what you're doing. That's the whole point. Like you're not going to ever join a gym and know how to throw punches. That's the whole idea. It's like you're getting taught how to do it properly by somebody who knows how to teach it. But still, I figured that, I mean, hey, while everybody's stuck at home, might as well start teaching a little bit of something to somebody who might like have interest in maybe when all this is said and done and doing some lessons or something like that, and give sprinkle a little bit of knowledge out there for people to try at home so they don't feel like it's brand new information and they kind of have a little bit of know-how. But yeah, I haven't done them in a few days. I kind of got lazy and I haven't put anything up.
Hey,
nobody's going anywhere.
No,
so,
exactly. Yeah, we're gonna be here a little while, so I mean, you got plenty of time to make plenty of videos. As far as you keep it busy and stuff. You have that down your basement and stuff like that. What kind of stuff do you do on your own, to keep yourself busy? Because you have a lot of time on your hands. What are you doing and what do you focus on as far as to keep your skill set there and your mind fresh?
Yeah, as far as training, it's just like, I mean, obviously I do Muay Thai. I'm not doing jiu-jitsu or anything like that, so I don't need somebody to roll with.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I miss doing Thai clinch because with Muay Thai training, like you dedicate like whole sessions just to clinching. It's pretty much like rolling in jiu-jitsu. So yeah, I miss the clinch work and working on sweeps and then doing all that kind of stuff. And obviously sparring, like, I mean, miss sparring and hitting pads and whatnot. But as far as on my own, like shadow boxing is something that I feel like in regular training, people just don't do enough of as it is. Just in general, people don't shadow box as much as they should. And like in Thailand, you see people shadow boxing a lot. Any good fighter, they're going to shadow box a lot. So, I mean, I got the mirror set up downstairs and just been shadow boxing. Got the bag down there. So and for me, I always kind of give myself like, and this is just all the time, like this is just how I work. I give myself little things to work on. So I might like give myself themes like, okay, I want to work on, like I'll put a scenario in my head, like I envision myself in a fight and I'm like, okay, I want to stay long with jabs and teeps and I'll start working on that. Or I want to get in close with elbows and knees, so I'll do that with the shadow box and do that on the bag and just kind of put little different scenarios, different like I don't know, little combinations in my head that I want to get better at and have second nature, and just kind of like, it's just more for the software and not the hardware. Obviously you got to stay fit, stay in shape. So like you got to get the heart pumping a little bit too. But I think more getting that software upgraded while you're in captivity is important.
Excellent. Well, I had one of your buddies I talked to yesterday, Sean Lally. I know he was getting some work in with you. He was scheduled to actually fight this Saturday night at Cage Titans, doing the first, small glove Muay Thai event. Dude, I mean, you were busy then. I think you were you in Thailand too recently?
I was in Thailand back in October.
Okay,
like,
all right,
yeah,
so last year.
November or something like that, yeah.
All right, so I thought you were in there recently. I was going to ask you about that. But as far as, training Sean and stuff like that, man, that must be pretty fun, getting Sean ready for, I mean, He's crossing over to the Muay Thai. He's a big MMA fighter, man. How was it, working on that with Sean and kind of getting him acclimated to the Muay Thai side of things and maybe trying to fix a little of that MMA kind of mindset?
Yeah, I was pumped for that, man. Sean was going to be on there, obviously. My protege, Josh Hagloff, he was going to be on there with the amateur fight in the MMA gloves. A bunch of other teammates were going to be fighting on that and No Boundary. But yeah, Sean in particular, like everybody knows Lally. He's a banger. He likes to throw them things. He's got heavy hands. But obviously Muay Thai is a different game. I feel like still a lot of people, like MMA fans, especially, they might think when they think of Muay Thai is just MMA without ground stuff.
Yeah.
Which that's not the way it goes. So with Sean, I was just kind of. I wasn't trying to change the way he fought or anything like that, because once you've been fighting for so long, I mean, how you do things is how you do things. You're not going to turn somebody into something completely different that they're not. But I was just going over like explain the scoring system with him a little bit,
yeah.
how it's a little bit different, like trying to work on his kicks and trying to work on his clinch and his knees, and just kind of like, obviously it's a different game, so just trying to like just kind of tweak a few little things here and there, but not trying to change him from who you are. Just like giving him enough little tidbits that hopefully some stuff sticks in there when the fight does. But everybody knows if you're a fighter, once you're in the ring or in the cage, you don't want to be thinking about, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this, I'm supposed to be doing that. Like, no, you train your stuff to the point where when you're in there, you don't have to think about it. And hopefully if a few things I show you stick, then good. But I mean, both him and Shedrick, I know Shedrick too, like that's my dude. It was going to be a great fight. But they're both like MMA guys. They're both strikers, but they're both still MMA guys. So it wasn't like it was going to be like a very like traditionally like conducted Muay Thai fight. Still, these dudes are going to be in there banging.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, I was having fun just kind of like trying to introduce him a little bit. And who knows, it might still happen. And as soon as we can get going, like Lally's, he's a martial artist. He's going to be working with me regardless. I just try to just get better at the craft. But I always love, like, because I've been training with him, guys like Pete Bear, Max Barrett, all these dudes that I've been training with forever, like back in the CCFA days. And now, since I've been on this different path of Muay Thai, kind of getting back and working with some of these guys and showing them some of the stuff that I've picked up over the time that I've been competing, it's cool to kind of like reintegrate and like kind of spread a little knowledge, that they might be able to use even in their MMA fights.
Excellent. Yeah, they can always, I mean, there's Muay Thai that's prevalent in MMA. Some of the fighters there are really using them tools in there. Like you said, that clinch works very well with them short elbows. So, yeah, it all works out in there. So, Chip, I want to get to yesterday, because yesterday was April Fool's, and, there's been so much going on with the coronavirus taking over, and people, there's not been many positive things out there. The UFC's falling apart, mixed martial arts all over are getting canceled. There's nothing going on. So everyone's thinking, April Fool's, it's a damper of a day, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, Chip comes out with this post speaking about crossing over into MMA out of nowhere. And of course, you have a huge following of Muay Thai fighters that, don't kind of put two and two together with April Fools and stuff like that, man. How many people did you trick yesterday? Because you did tag Lion Fight and a few other people in that post, man. Let's talk about that, because your Facebook Messenger, your text must have been flying off the hook. What's going on, man? How did all yesterday work out for you?
Oh, man, it was pretty funny. Right after I posted that, not too long passed, but Scott Zer from Lion Fight, who's like the matchmaker and the guy that deals with all the fighters and whatnot, gave me a call. And right when I seen the call, I'm like, oh, man, I got him. And he's like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, da, da, da. So I was like, oh, no, it's April Fool's. Like, so I got them.
Yeah.
Obviously, Local Lobo, Mike Gresh called me up, because he's always, he's all right, you should do MMA. Da, da, da,
yeah, he's all over you. Come on.
So he told me, he knew it was an April Fool's joke. But he's like,
Yeah.
oh, why'd you have to get me going? But no, it was funny. He's seen a lot of people on there were like, oh, they were pumped about it. Some of the Muay Thai fans are like, oh, no, don't leave. But
Yeah.
I got a lot of people. It was funny.
Yeah,
So I was happy.
the true people that know you were like, there's no way. Chip, we had Ribs Rebello on Instagram saying, "You hate the ground. What are you talking about?" You know what I mean? Like that's all you talked about when you crossed over into Muay Thai. How you would beat these fighters up and they would try to lay on you for the rest of the fight. So you got out of that. So we couldn't see you going back to that. But then we come to today, where you put another post out showing some of your moves, showing some little, maybe takedown friggin' entries in there that you still got some of that skill. And then you made that post saying it was all a joke, that you actually were fighting Muay Thai, but it was put together so well. You were sparring a little bit, shadow boxing, doing some MMA techniques, and then you ripped off the clothes, had the Muay Thai stuff out there. And people are going nuts, man. 2 days you blew the friggin' internet up on your post, man. Now, what'd you get today? A lot of smiles, a lot of thank gods, man.
Yeah, I mean, I posted that up last night because I feel like some people were like, I don't know, I didn't want it to go too crazy and people actually to really believe it. But yeah, it was funny just because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like I've been waiting for this. But I mean, there's too much in Muay Thai I want to do. I feel like I'm the best cruiserweight on the planet, and like I've been defending this lion fight belt for so long, but there's still a lot of other belts out there too. I want to continue to defend this lion fight belt, but I want to rack up as many belts for as many like places around the world as I can. I want to fight in time. I want to cement a legacy so people know that Chip is one of the baddest dudes ever to come out of America in Muay Thai. And can't be doing that from going back to MMA.
Yeah.
But no, as far as like if I was to go back to MMA, I feel like I don't know, I'd be killing people.
Yeah.
Because I still have all the skills that I had before. Like I still know all the submissions I used to do. I mean, I never showed it off in the cage because I prefer to stand up and kick people in the head. Like that's more my MO. But I feel like back when I was doing MMA, like I don't know, I feel like I was still like young, kind of like towards the end I got more comfortable in the cage. But like a lot of my older fights that are on YouTube, I'm a young kid, like I wasn't as comfortable letting my stuff just flow. I wasn't like, you would see flashes of what I could do, but I wasn't really like committing. Now I feel like I'm more comfortable like just in a fight. I'm not worried about like what could happen, what's going to happen. I just like kind of go in there and just let my stuff flow. And I have all these tools that I didn't have before, especially like stuff that would be applicable in an MMA fight, like the Thai clinch game. Like I knew nothing before I came to Muay Thai. Like compared to what I know now, like the fact that I was doing what I was doing to a lot of these guys, like it's crazy because right now it's just a whole another level to what I was at. And I still got, when we're sparring, I still have some of my teammates, they'll get flustered and they'll try shooting on me, and I'll still, like, the reflexes are still there.
Yeah.
Get the hips back, sprawl, underneath, overhook. Like, I still got that, man. My takedown defense is always pretty good, but,
Awesome.
But the chances of you guys seeing that again is very slim.
That's awesome, man. I mean, it's there, and you never know down the line, but you have work to do in the Muay Thai field. Now, you spoke about, before I let you go, the future. We don't know when, this, this quarantine's going to end, when these fights are going to start getting back. I mean, lucky you're on at the highest level of Muay Thai. Them fights are going to be taken care of. Them promotions are going to be taken care of first, and they're going to get rolling as soon as they can. Saying we're okay to fight in May or June, when you want to get back in there, as soon as they lift this quarantine and Lion Fight got something for you?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as possible. Like these last couple fights, yeah. So my last one was in January. Before that, my last fight was all the way back in June, I think it was. So I've had a couple like really long layoffs. Which before that, I was fighting very, very frequently. I think the year before that, I might have fought like 5 times or
Yeah.
something ridiculous. Like it was at Fox was every other week, it
Yeah.
felt like. But that's what I like. That's what I mean. Traditionally in Muay Thai, those guys over there, they rack up 300 fight records because they're fighting like multiple times in a month. Even they might be fighting like twice in a month, 3 times in a month. Who knows? Like they fight so often. That's kind of what I wanted. So in this last fight, it was coming off that longest layoff I'd had since I switched over to Muay Thai. I think I kind of like took a little while to get back in my groove and everything like that. But yeah, it's like I'm trying to stay active. I'm trying to, and obviously like I'm the champ, so it's not like I can fight on every card.
Yeah.
Any card on, I'm going to be the main event, so they don't want to put me on the same card as Steve because he's also a world champ.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So we got to like space each show out. But yeah, I mean, so hopefully sooner than later. I'm not trying to rest around too long. I'm getting old over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to cement my legacy, and you can't cement a legacy if you're not fighting often. So
Exactly.
yeah, I gotta get back in there ASAP.
Well, I have an idea for Scott Zera and Scott Kent. Let's have a huge, the first card back. Let's, Steve Walker was supposed to be on this card that they had to cancel. Let's you and Steve on there. Main, CoMain. Let's get a big friggin' card. Wherever it is, we don't care. Let's get you two guys in there as soon as we can. We'll petition that. Chip, we'll be all over that, man. You make a post, bro. We'll share that all around the country and the world, man.
Yeah, I know they're planning on, because that fight was supposed to be in LA, which I would have loved to be on it because my family all lives in LA. So I fought in LA last February against Juan Cervantes, who was the number one dude from the UK. And all my family and friends from over there came out. But I know they're trying to reschedule that for June. So hopefully Steve still gets to get on there and whoop some ass. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully I'm called off the bench sooner than later, because especially after all this, I gotta wrap my shin around somebody's leg.
Exactly. There's going to be fighters coming out of the gate, all out of New England, ready to tear each other apart. And when I was talking to Sean yesterday, when they first hit them training, them sparring days, at Lozon's and Triforce and all, City Odd Tog, man, there's going to be some people throwing some bombs in there, man, getting some work in. So last thing before I let you go, Chip, what can you tell, you're a veteran at this year, you're a world champion, defending champion. What can you tell people out there to really give them, insight and kind of inspiration to get them through this, as far as, your experience and kind of like being mature in the mind and being strong?
Yeah, I mean, just like in a fight, it's just patience, like if you really think about it, like staying at home, like you got heat, you got a roof over your head, you got food, you got internet, you got TV, you got everything, you got your phone, you can FaceTime people. It's not the worst thing in the world. You can hang out, you can read a book. I know, and like I said, everybody's in the same boat. So it's like I'm not making any money right now because I'm not training anybody, but whatever. I'm not going out to the bar and blowing money either. So you know what I'm saying, it's all right. But yeah, it's just realize that everybody's in the same boat. Just be smart. Just stay at home. Don't be like going out. And I know I've seen a lot of posts about people going out and still like gathering together, going over their friend's house and whatnot. It's like just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Just take the time to reflect. Like I said, like if you're watching my videos and you actually want to start training, not that you want to be a fighter, you can start working on your technique a little bit, or start, if you into art, start doing some paintings or something. You know what I'm saying? Just find something that you wouldn't ordinarily get a chance to do, and just, I mean, enjoy being able to sleep. Just find, I'm a very laid back person. I always like look for the good in everything pretty much. So it's like right now I'm enjoying just being able to sleep as long as I want, and just being able to kind of be lazy, even though it's like, oh, you're being lazy. Oh, no, you're not. You're not even supposed to be at work, so you can't stay home. So, so just kind of, I don't know. It'll be over in time, and just kind of wait it out and make the best of it.
Excellent, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Chip, man, giving me some time, man. It's always a pleasure, bro. I follow you on social media all the time. You're a trip. You and your crew there, you got a few friends that you hang around with all the time, and you guys do some really fun stuff on social media. You keep the people entertained, man. So always a pleasure, Chip. So I'll let you go, man. I'll let you get back to sleeping, sparring, doing shadow boxing, or just, gaining a few pounds on your time off on the Corona vacation here. So thanks a lot, Chip, man. We'll be seeing you very soon in that lion fight ring.
Yes, sir. You know it.
All right, bro. Take care.